Greetings from the American Baptist Churches USA Office of the General Secretary. My name is Reverend Rebecca Driscoll, the ABC Minister for Creation Justice. This year, the Office of the General Secretary and the Creation Justice Network are pleased to sponsor EcoAmerica's American Climate Leadership Summit. Our Creation Justice Congregations program brings together congregations from across the denomination to serve as the hands and feet of Christ to care for God's creation. You can join us in this ministry by visiting www.abc-usa.org/creation-justice. We hope that you enjoy this year's ACLS event. Peace and blessings to you.
The American Psychological Association is pleased to sponsor the American Climate Leadership Summit. As psychologists, we study how people think and communicate about climate change. We help individuals and communities to reshape their climate-related behavior, and we respond to the mental health impacts of climate change. We are committed to helping people everywhere have a healthy and sustainable environment.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I hope you have enjoyed the programming thus far. There is no doubt that our world is experiencing multiple crises right now. And I want to start off by offering my prayers and thanks to those of you who are on the front lines in your community, working in grocery stores, working at local public health departments, trying to protect your families, and most importantly, the voices of our Black and Brown leaders that continue to be forceful in the Black Lives Matter movement, and also all of the allies that are standing up, speaking up, and showing up to address institutional and structural racism and just plain old dehumanization that is happening in our society. So thank you to all of you on this call that, again, are continuing to fight for our country that in some cases has never fought for us. I was working on the polls this past Tuesday in Michigan's primary election, which afforded me the opportunity to have some conversations with folks in my community, young and old, Black and white, Jewish, non-denominational. And it's even in the way that we practice our faith or where we live or our life experiences or the letters in front or behind our name, we might all be different, but the one thing that we all agreed on was that we need each other. Our individual contributions, our experiences, our financial resources, our connections will only take us so far going alone. And so to truly progress on really tough issues, whether it's uprooting systemic racism, whether it's battling COVID or climate change, it comes through this ability to really build authentic partnerships that can transcend those subtle differences. And so the concept of partnership undergirds this virtual summit, I would say, as well as one of the key components of the Climate Scholars Program. Last year was the first year that the Kresge Foundation provided support for really bringing, I think, the original 23 scholars together to DC. And this year, it's exciting that the program, despite everything that's going on and going virtual and the multiple crises that we are facing, that it has expanded to include youth, new scholars, and scholar alum from last year, bringing together a total of, I think, 30 scholars. And so the purpose of the Climate Scholar Program was really, I think, one way to hold the climate movement accountable, and really a step by ACLS to make sure that all voices, again, that are critical to this movement, not only have access to the summit, but are also helping shape the content and co-create the content of not only this session, but the summit at large. And so I encourage each of you to check out the work of the scholars. They are featured on the website. I think they have blogs and they have their own respective social media channels. And it's amazing because literally from Puerto Rico to Carolina to Kentucky, Hawaii, the work of all these scholars is amazing, and they are making true change across this country. And so my hope with this conversation today is that it gives you not only time to learn and share on the topics of faith and community and health, but it will also spark new partnerships that can continue to work on these tough issues. So again, I'm looking forward to the conversation. And Megan, I turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Jalonne. We're so thrilled to be able to offer the Climate Scholars Program with your and Kresge support. It's so meaningful for us to be able to include the scholars' voices, not only in the planning, but also in the program today. And so now for all of you attendees, you have the great opportunity to connect directly with the scholars in breakout sessions. In these sessions, the scholars will talk not only about the work they are doing on the ground in cities and regions across America, but also, and importantly, how you can connect with and partner with them for even greater scale and efficacy. So to join the breakout, simply click on one of the Zoom links shown in the chat section of the Action Center or on the notifications that the team is pushing out. We have 3 breakouts, one with the health scholars, one with the faith scholars, and one with local community scholars. When you click on the link, it'll take you to the breakout of your choice. You will be taken to a separate Zoom meeting, which will last for about 30 minutes. And once that meeting is up, the breakouts will automatically close, and then you can come right back here and participate in the recap session. So now's the time to decide which breakout you'd like to join. So go ahead and click, and we'll see you in the breakouts and then right back here in 30 minutes.